Ever feel like company earnings calls are just like a wall of jargon?
Totally.
Well, not today.
Nope.
We're diving into GTPL Hathway's Q3 FY25 call.
Go.
And trust me, this is one you'll want to understand.
It's a good word.
They're a major player in, well, both the cable TV and broadband space in India with a reach that, spans the entire nation.
Yeah, they're huge.
So we've got the recording of the entire call, obviously.
Of course.
Along with some extra context, just to help us decode what's really going on.
Behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fascinating to see how GTPL is trying to hold its own in this media landscape.
Yeah.
It's changing faster than ever, especially in India.
Right.
Think about it. You've got traditional cable fading, broadband surging, and everyone's bundling services to, stay competitive.
Oh, for sure.
And then there's this whole hidden in the sky project they keep hinting at.
Oh, yeah.
Which sounds like it could be a real game changer.
Oh, that hidden in the sky thing definitely caught my attention, too.
For sure.
But before we get, lost in the clouds,
right,
let's lay the groundwork.
Okay, sounds good.
This call makes one thing crystal clear.
What's that?
GTPL is aiming for the top spot in this industry.
Ambitious.
They're already the largest multi-system operator, or MSO.
MSO, okay.
Which means they're the ones delivering, cable TV to a huge network across the country.
Right, right.
And they're making a serious push in broadband as well.
Interesting.
So it's a bit of a survival of the fittest scenario playing out, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But how are their numbers looking at all of this?
Wow.
Well, cable TV subscribers are actually up.
Oh, wow.
Which is good news, considering they had those weather-related setbacks earlier.
Oh, right.
Remember those floods impacting installations?
I'd forgotten about that.
Sometimes real-world challenges can hit a business just as hard as anything else,
Yeah, definitely.
It's a good reminder that when we're, analyzing a company's performance, we need to look beyond just their internal strategies.
Yeah.
External factors can have a big impact, too.
For sure.
Now, on the broadband side, they're seeing steady growth.
Okay.
But here's where it gets interesting.
Okay, I'm listening.
Their business-to-business, or B2B, growth is actually outpacing their business-to-consumer, or B2C, growth.
Interesting.
What do you think that tells us?
Well, it seems like they're finding a lot of success providing broadband solutions to companies.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that market isn't as saturated as the consumer side,
Yeah, probably not.
where they're going head-to-head with giants like Jio and Airtel.
Exactly. And speaking of competition,
Yes.
that brings us to a key point.
Okay.
Everyone's bundling services these days.
Oh, yeah.
Cable, internet, streaming.
The whole shebang.
A whole shebang, exactly.
Yeah.
How is GTPL handling that pressure?
Well, they're definitely not shying away from the trend. In fact, they just launched a new app called GTPL Buzz.
GTPL Buzz, huh?
Yeah, which is like a one-stop shop for live TV, catch-up content, and even gaming.
Wow.
They're trying to create that, sticky customer experience where users are so engaged within their ecosystem that they don't even think about switching to a competitor.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Happy customers are loyal customers,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But here's where things get really interesting.
Okay, lay it on me.
They mentioned this fraught-knit opportunity.
Right.
And I have to admit, my ears perked up at that.
Ah, yes. This is where GTPL's past experience with, large-scale government projects comes into play.
Yep.
They've done significant infrastructure work before, and now they've got their eyes set on Phase 3 of ProtNet, which is like this massive government initiative aimed at bringing internet connectivity to rural areas of India.
So this could be huge EE for their infrastructure business, right?
Potentially, yes. However, there's a bit of a twist to this story.
I knew there had to be. What is it?
There's a legal battle brewing.
Oh, no.
Over the tender process for BrotNet.
Oh, wow.
It raises some, important questions about the complexities and uncertainties that come with government contracts.
Yeah.
Even for a company with GTPL's experience.
Ah, the joys of bureaucracy.
Right.
Well, that's definitely something to keep an eye on.
For sure.
But let's not forget the elephant in the room.
What's that?
Pricing.
Oh, right.
We know big broadcasters are about to hike their prices in February.
Yep.
How's GTPL going to manage to pass those increases along to their customers without triggering a mass exodus?
That's the million-dollar question.
Right.
And it's something they're definitely grappling with.
Yeah, I bet.
They talked about the need to strike a delicate balance between protecting their profit margins and keeping their customers happy.
Yeah.
It won't be easy.
It's a tricky situation, that's for sure.
Yep.
But I think we need to end this part of our deep dive on that super mysterious note that caught our attention earlier.
Oh, yeah.
The Hidden in the Sky project.
Right.
What do we actually know about this?
Well, details are still pretty scarce.
Okay.
But based on what they have said, it sounds like a major technological upgrade.
Okay.
Something with the potential to give them truly nationwide reach,
Wow.
and revolutionize the way they deliver services.
They're going big.
They even hinted at a shift from cable to satellite, which would be like a massive undertaking.
They even went so far as to compare themselves to Starlink.
Oh, wow.
Elon Musk's satellite internet company.
That's ambitious.
That's a bold statement. And it got me thinking.
Yeah.
Are they actually planning to compete with Starlink in the satellite internet arena?
Interesting question.
This project just keeps getting more interesting. Tell me everything.
Hold on. Patience, my friend.
Okay.
We'll have to wait for the next quarter's earnings call for the full reveal.
Fine.
They did say the project is 80% complete.
Okay.
And just waiting on some government clearances.
I see.
In the meantime, we can speculate all we want.
Ooh, the suspense is killing me.
I know, right?
But this is why we love these deep dives, right?
Absolutely.
We're not just, crunching numbers.
Nope.
We're getting a glimpse behind the curtain to see how a company like GTPL is battling to stay ahead of the curve.
It's fascinating.
It really is.
And I think it raises a crucial question for all of us.
Oh.
What does this all mean for the future of media and internet access in India?
That's a big question.
Are we heading towards a world where a few giant companies control everything?
Hmm.
Or will there be space for smaller players and innovative solutions?
Those are some big questions, and I'm eager to explore them further.
Me too.
We'll delve deeper into all of that and more in the next part of our deep dive.
Can't wait.
It's going to be good.
I'm sure it will be.
Welcome back to our deep dive into GTPL Hathway.
It's good to be back.
Last time, we left off with that mysterious, hidden in the sky project.
Oh.
And I'm dying to dig into it further.
Let's do it.
They're keeping the financial specifics close to the vest for now.
Yeah, they're playing it close to the chest.
But they did drop a few, tantalizing hints about what it could mean for their business.
Okay, so let's unpack those hints and see what we can,
Okay.
glean. What can we figure out?
Exactly.
They talked about achieving significant cost savings on the delivery side by making the switch to satellite.
Okay.
What do you think that suggests about their current cable infrastructure?
Well, maintaining all those physical cables across, vast distances can't be cheap.
No.
It makes me wonder if those costs are starting to become like a real burden for them.
Exactly. Satellite transmission could be like a much more cost-effective solution, especially when it comes to reaching those, far-flung corners of the country.
Right. And remember,
Yeah.
they emphasize their goal of nationwide expansion.
Mm-hmm.
Satellite could be the key to making that a reality.
It could be.
So hidden in the sky is about, efficiency
Yeah.
and expanding their reach.
Efficiency and reach.
But what about the competitive landscape?
Oh, right.
Remember, they even compare themselves to Starlink,
I do, yeah.
which is, Elon Musk's satellite internet venture.
Ambitious.
That's a pretty bold comparison, wouldn't you say?
It certainly is.
And I think it reveals their ambition.
Oh, yeah.
Starlink is all about,
Yeah.
providing high-speed internet to places that have been underserved, often where traditional broadband just isn't an option.
Right.
So is GTPL hinting at a move into the satellite internet market? Could they be planning to go head-to-head with Starlink?
It's certainly within the realm of possibility.
Okay.
They haven't, explicitly stated that as their goal.
Right. But their language suggests they're eyeing a similar market.
Yeah, I think so too.
And let's not forget,
Yeah,
they're already a major player in the broadband space.
that's true.
They have the, infrastructure and the expertise to make a move like that.
Okay. This Hidden in the Sky project just keeps getting more intriguing.
It really does.
But let's step back for a moment and consider the bigger picture.
Okay.
What does all of this tell us about the future of, media and internet access in India?
That's the key question, isn't it?
It is.
I think GTPL's moves point to, a few important trends.
Okay, let's see.
First, the lines between traditional media and internet services
Yeah.
are becoming increasingly blurred.
Right.
Companies are bundling everything together, to create that seamless user experience.
It's all about keeping those eyeballs glued to their platforms.
Yes, precisely. And second, the competition for market share is only going to intensify.
For sure.
GTPL's aggressive growth strategy is a clear sign of that. Absolutely.
They're not content with being a regional player.
Right.
They want to be the national champion.
Which means smaller players are going to find it increasingly difficult to survive.
Unfortunately, yes.
It's a classic case of consolidation happening right before our eyes.
It is.
And third, government initiatives like Fratnet are going to play like a crucial role in shaping the industry.
For sure.
Whoever wins those contracts will have a major advantage in terms of, infrastructure and reach.
Definitely.
So GTPL's focus on securing government contracts is like a smart strategic move.
It is.
But as we discussed earlier, it's not without risks and uncertainty.
Oh, absolutely.
Because government contracts can be, lucrative.
They can.
But they can also be bogged down by like delays, legal challenges, and even political interference.
It happens.
The joys of bureaucracy. Absolutely.
It's a high-stakes game, for sure.
It is.
But let's bring this back to you, the listener.
Okay.
Why should you care about all of this?
Good question.
It's easy to get lost in the numbers and the jargon. But at the end of the day, this impacts you directly as a consumer.
This is about us,
The choices these companies make will determine the quality, the affordability, and the accessibility of the media and internet services you rely on every single day.
Exactly. It's not just about business.
Right.
It's about how we connect, how we communicate, and how we access information in the digital age.
It really is.
And as GTPL's story continues to unfold, it's worth paying attention to the broader trends it represents.
Absolutely.
Are we moving towards a future where a handful of giant corporations control the flow of information?
That's something to think about.
Or will there be room for smaller players and innovative solutions that, challenge the status quo?
Those are questions we all need to be asking ourselves.
They are.
But for now, let's return to the specifics of GTPL's earnings call.
Okay. Sounds good.
We've covered the big picture.
We have.
But there are still some fascinating details we haven't touched on yet.
Like the financial implications of this hidden-in-the-sky project.
Yes.
And how they're going to handle those upcoming price hikes from broadcasters.
Right. There's still so much to unpack.
Indeed. Buckle up.
Yeah.
Because our deep dive continues. All right. We're back.
Back for more.
For the final part of our deep dive.
Okay.
Into GTPL Hathway's Q3 FY25 earnings call. We've covered a lot of ground. From their overall growth strategy to that, intriguing hidden-in-the-sky project.
Super interesting.
But now it's time to get down to, brass tacks.
Nitty-gritty.
And talk about the financials.
The numbers.
They did reveal some, interesting details about their spending.
Okay.
Particularly when it comes to, capital expenditures.
Right.
Or CapEx.
CapEx, yeah.
As they call it, in the finance world.
All the jargon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, they mentioned a total CapEx budget of 350 crores for the year.
350 crores, okay.
And they've already spent 265 crores of that.
Wow.
A significant portion of those funds has gone towards their cable TV business.
Cable TV, okay.
Specifically on set-top boxes.
So they're still investing heavily in their, traditional cable operations.
Yeah.
Even as they're, preparing for this major shift towards satellite with hidden in the sky.
Makes you wonder.
It seems like they're trying to, walk a tightrope between maintaining their existing customer base and building out this new infrastructure.
Tricky.
It's a delicate balancing act, for sure.
It is.
But what about the financial implications of hidden in the sky itself?
Right.
They were rather, tight-lipped.
They were.
About the specific costs involved.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yes, they promised to divulge more details during the next quarter's earnings call.
Next time.
But I think we can put on our detective hats,
our thinking caps,
and make some educated guesses,
some inferences
based on what they have revealed so far.
I like where your head's at.
Okay, let's see.
What do we have?
They did mention securing some term loans.
Term loans, okay.
Specifically for this project.
Interesting.
And their CFO pointed out that their interest costs have gone up.
Oh, interesting.
Due to these loans.
So that means...
So term loans usually indicate a substantial upfront investment probably in the,
hundreds of crores.
Hundreds of crores, yeah.
Yeah.
And those rising interest costs tell us that this debt is, adding to their financial burden.
Right.
At least in the, short term.
Short term, yeah.
It sounds like hidden in the sky is like a bold bet.
It is.
But not one without financial risks.
Big risks.
You hit the nail on the head.
I try.
They're essentially like, gambling.
Gambling, big.
That the long-term benefits of this project
of hidden in the sky
will outweigh those initial costs.
Yeah, we'll see.
They're banking on those, cost savings we talked about.
Right.
Increased reach and potentially even new revenue streams.
Interesting.
If they do decide to jump into the satellite internet market.
Big if.
But it's a gamble nonetheless.
It is.
And only time will tell if it,
pays off.
Pays off.
Yeah, huge gamble.
Speaking of gambles.
Uh-oh, what now?
Let's not forget about those looming price hikes from broadcasters.
Elephant in the room.
How do they plan to, navigate that tricky situation?
Well, they acknowledge the challenge, stating they're assessing the situation carefully. They emphasize the importance of finding a balance between passing along those price increases to customers without, causing a mass exodus.
Right. Got to keep the customers happy.
Exactly. It's a tightrope walk for sure.
It is.
They need to protect their, profit margins.
Right.
But they also can't afford to, alienate their customer base.
Lose those customers.
Exactly.
They did mention that they're engaged in discussions with broadcasters.
Okay, so they're talking.
Which suggests they're trying to, negotiate better terms.
Hopefully.
They also hinted at the possibility of offering bundled packages.
Bundled packages, okay.
To help offset those price increases for their customers.
Interesting tactic.
So they're, exploring their options.
Nah. Good done.
Which is a good sign.
It is.
But ultimately, their success will depend on their ability to, strike that delicate balance. Between their own, financial health.
Gotta stay healthy.
And keeping their customers satisfied.
Keep them happy.
Absolutely. And that brings us to the end. Of our deep dive. Into GTPL Hathway's Q3 FY25 earnings call.
That was a journey.
We've uncovered a company at a crossroads. Grappling with,
all the challenges.
Technological disruptions, fierce competition, and some challenging, market dynamics.
Tough market.
But one thing is clear.
What's that?
They're not,
standing still.
Nope. They're making bold moves.
Big moves.
Investing in new technologies and fighting hard for their place in the, rapidly evolving landscape.
Evolving quickly.
Of media and internet access in India.
It is.
So what can you, the listener, take away from all of this?
What have we learned?
It's a, potent reminder.
It is.
That the world of business, the business world.
Is in constant flux.
Yeah, always changing.
Companies have to,
adapt.
Innovate. Take risks.
And sometimes even take, big risks to survive.
Gotta take risks.
And as consumers. We're all, impacted by the decisions these companies make.
For sure.
The services we depend on. The prices we pay. The, choices we have.
All affected.
They're all shaped by the forces at play in the marketplace.
It really is a complex ecosystem.
So stay informed.
Yes.
Stay curious.
Always be curious.
And keep asking questions.
Questions are important.
The more you understand about the, business world,
the
better equipped you'll be to navigate the complexities of this, digital age.
Digital age we live in.
And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for joining us.
As always.
And we'll see you next time. For another insightful exploration.
Looking forward to it.
Of the business world.
Until then, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.